Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday evening edition of The Female Solution. I'm Naima Latif, and this evening, I want to give you a look at this special shirt that we're wearing. You probably recognize this likeness of the Reverend Jesse L. Jackson. Well, today we have had an opportunity to hear from the family at a live press conference held this morning. And today's Let's Get Uncomfortable show with Wendy and Aaron, we're going to take a look at the work that they do, which is difficult, and that is helping people stay out of jail. Lawyers are often called to have some very uncomfortable conversations, especially when a loved one is in trouble. Well, in honoring the work of Reverend Jesse Jackson, we're going to take you to one of his very faithful activities every Christmas, visiting the inmates in Cook County Jail to give them an inspirational message. So we'll be right back after this introduction to bring you some of the critical work for those who had to spend the holidays in jail. We'll be right back.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution.
Yes, this is the Female Solution. And as always, we bring you solutions from some of our male counterparts. Yes, let's get uncomfortable. Let's talk about the reality that so many of our, not just men, but women, have been locked up. Our lawyers are often charged with the task of getting information that can help get us acquitted of crimes. But before trial, there is detention, and sometimes we have to stay until our trial or until someone can bail us out, and sometimes family members just don't have the money. So we find ourselves in an uncomfortable position in jail. Well, we've been hearing about the work of Reverend Jesse Jackson over these past 24 hours as he has been remembered for the work that he has done and for the impact that he has had. And even for those who have been watching and listening, understanding how much his children have been a part of the journey. And this is not an easy journey, especially because there's so much criticism. He has sent two sons to Congress, and this one, Jonathan Jackson, currently a U.S. congressman, has had the task of standing up to a very controversial president. And often we see division in the nation. We see a lot of fear and definitely a lot of anger with some of the policies that have had an impact on families. These are critical times because when people get into financial trouble, sometimes they make bad choices and sometimes they end up in jail. So it's a critical issue, the criminal justice system, because as has been talked about, those who have money might commit a crime but never do time. And so it's been talked about over these past several hours, days, weeks, months. What's going to happen in the future as many of our civil rights advocates transition? And we must continue the efforts to make America more just and fair. And we've often talked about the fact that the prison system is an extension of the slave system, providing free labor for many industries. And shortly after the time of emancipation, there were laws that prevented vagrancy, meaning you're just standing around, you don't have any place to go. Well, if you don't have a home, you don't have any place to go. So you could easily be locked up for not having any place to go. And when you don't have money, you don't have a place to go because you can't afford to pay. So this became a crime and an excuse to lock people up. And you can be forced to labor for free, according to the Constitution, if you are arrested and convicted for a crime. It's in the Constitution. Slavery is legal if you are in prison. It's in the Constitution. So, how are we going to make this nation fair for those who struggle financially? That has been a point of concern over these last several days. And we often hear words of fear from people who are getting benefits cut, people who are getting services cut, people who are no longer having access to the health care that they need. And this is challenging us to make some changes in the way we see our reality. If you understand it, it's a great opportunity to create something different because what we had isn't working. If someone can take something from you, that means you never had it to begin with. So when we speak of programs, anything that can be taken away was never truly yours. So what is needed is something that is controlled and sustained and maintained by the people and not the government. That's truly the answer to the dilemma that we find ourselves in. So we need to get uncomfortable with the condition of being dependent upon government assistance that can be taken away depending on who is in the elected office. We need to empower ourselves to take care of ourselves, no matter who is elected in government leadership. Because even though we say we pay our taxes and we should have the right to decide how our taxes are spent, we also have the power to set aside money and collectively create the services that we control as a collective, whether it's through organizations, even civic organizations, educational organizations, spiritual organizations, faith-based organizations, anywhere that people can organize around an idea in which they all agree. This is how we empower ourselves. And what we're learning from this experience is that this is what we must do to have what we need in a way that no one can ever take away again. That's our responsibility. And so we're experiencing the taking away of that which we were secure would take care of us, so that we could see that if you don't control what you receive, then what you have is not yours. It's a lesson we need to learn so that we can evolve to positions of empowerment, self-empowerment. The prison system, as it stands, has always been weaponized against those who are impoverished. And the use of shame and guilt can make one feel worthless and like a loser in life, to the point where once they stumble and fall, they have difficulty getting up. And this is why the work of Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. was so critical in lifting those who had been crushed by a system designed to make them feel worthless and to use them in many ways to supplement industries that wanted very cheap labor. So we're going to take a quick break and remind you of those people who often end up behind bars because they have no place to go. And being homeless at one point was considered a crime, and often places will be unwelcome to those who have no place to go. And sometimes the proprietors will, in fact, call the police and have them removed. And so we need to take a look at the lack of compassion in our culture. How can we change the way we treat people so that people are not being punished because others will not share with them and they must live outdoors? Well, let's take a quick break and come back, and we'll take you on a visit to Cook County Jail on Christmas Day. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Welcome to Masterforce with Mushim Soot. Join us each week on Thursdays at 7 a.m. Central, live on Facebook and YouTube on the Female Solution page, as we dive into powerful topics designed to assist you in mastering your life force. Our conversations feature a diverse lineup of experts, all dedicated to your growth. Tune in weekly to discover new ways to elevate your spirit and raise your vibration. And remember, we are ascending.
What's up, guys? It's Osada, the host of the Gathering of the Griots podcast, part of the Female Solution. Want you to join us every Tuesday morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And guess what we do? We interview authors of the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. The books, the experiences, the lifestyles, all of it with fervor. So be there right on the Soulful Chicago Book Fair YouTube page or on the Female Solution Facebook page. We look forward to having you and all our literary essence. Peace.
And we are back. You are watching The Female Solution. I'm Naima Latif. And we want to remember those who have had to have some uncomfortable conversations when they end up behind bars. But we're going to take you on a visit to Cook County Jail, where Reverend Jesse Jackson is motivating some of those who are unfortunately forced to spend Christmas Day behind bars as they await trial. It's not an easy experience, but one who has compassion can speak to those who are going through a very challenging time and need a voice of inspiration, going through a time in which they may have been abandoned by family and friends. And of course, we do want to let you know our TV show, The Media Connection, captured this, and those who attended did consent to be a part of this program, knowing that it is being captured for television. So if you happen to see any of your friends or family there, they did consent to be publicly videotaped so that this message could be heard. So now we're going to take a look at Christmas Day at Cook County Jail, where inmates pledge to end gun violence. And this is a visit by Reverend Jesse Jackson, done every year on Christmas to inspire those who have often been forgotten. It's a powerful ministry. Let's take a look.
What only matters is what you got in you. Tap somebody and tell them I got something in me.
My proud pleasure to bring to you the founder of the Rainbow Coalition, the man that made it possible for Barack Obama to win the White House, the man that's opened more doors than anybody that I know, the Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson.
Listen. You don't know me, but I'm your brother. I was raised here in this living hell. You don't know my kind in your world. But fairly soon the time we said, hey, you. Yeah, you keep telling me the thing that you gonna do for me. Yeah, but I ain't blind and I don't like what I think I do. I'm taking it. Yeah, I'm taking it, taking it. Oh, Reverend Sam, oh, I am. Sam. me. Never neglect me. I am somebody. I don't belong here. I don't belong here. I'm going home. Stop the violence. Save the children. I am somebody. My mind is a pearl. I can do anything in the world. I am somebody. I love my children. I love my God. I will rise to higher heights. Down with dope. Up with hope. Down with dope. Up with hope. Stop the violence. Save the children. Stop the violence. Save the children. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Let me hear you scream. We come here because we love you. Come here because we care about you. We're here because we want you to join the human rights struggle. So even behind bars have the power to set the captive free. I have the power to take the AIDS test. I have the power to register and vote. I have the power to stop gun violence and drug violence. The issue is that I want to ask you several basic questions. How many of you have a child at home? Stand. Be seated. You have more than one child at home. Stand. Be seated. Many of you have been here before. Stand. How many of you here accused of a gun charge? Raise your hand. Accused of it. Raise your hand. So we have the power to stop the flow of guns and drugs. Where we live must be a safe place to live. Our children must be able to go to school, play in the park, sit on the porch, without facing the flow of guns and drugs. How many of you graduated from high school? Stand. Graduated from high school? Stand. Be seated. You graduated from college? Stand. From college. Be seated. How many of you had a job before you came here? You had a job. Be seated. Today we want to pray for Cardinal George. Say pray. For Cardinal George. Pray. Nelson Mandela. Pray. President George Bush. Pray for the family members. The children killed in Newtown and Chi-Town and everywhere. We the people must revive a ban of assault weapons. We must stop gun trafficking. We must stop the killing. We must license the bullets. It was wrong to sell cigarettes to kill people. It's wrong to sell guns to kill people. We choose life over death. We choose hope over hurt. We choose futures over funerals. Even in the state we find ourselves in, we have the power. We have the power. We have life We have power. With the power to turn our jail cells to prayer rooms. The power to turn our jail cells to classrooms. The power to decide to leave here and never come back again. Today, I vow to change my mind. I pledge to join the struggle to end gun violence. End gun violence. In Inglewood, in Roseland, in Lawndale, I intend to join the civil rights movement to end gun violence. I will change my mind. One day, the story, the prodigal son. But a lot of promise. And there was a lot of promise of lots of friends. He gave away his body, gave away his things. When he gave out, friends gave out. The Bible says God said, "Lord, he wallowed in the hog trough." He ate with the hogs. So I may be so low, I've eaten the hogs. And one day, no matter how much his father prayed and hoped, it did not change him. One day, the prodigal son changed his mind. Said, "I will rise and go home to my father." Today, if you want to change your mind today about drugs and guns, you change your mind to help us stop the gun flow. You should get on your knees and pray right now. If you want to change your mind, get on your knees and pray. If you want to change your mind about the flow of guns and drugs, you want to change your mind. You want to change your mind about guns and drugs, get on your knees right now. Get on your knees right now. Get on your knees right now. I guess you who are not on your knees want to keep dealing in guns and drugs. If you want to change your mind about guns and drugs, get on your knees right now. You want to get on your mind, you want to change your mind. You want to turn your jail cell into a classroom. You will turn your jail cell into a prayer closet. So I'm here. I don't belong here. This place is not my home. I have a higher home. I have a mother and a father waiting for me. I have children that need me today. I want to see them right now. I am their parent. I love them. They need me. God forgive me for my sins and foolishness of my ways. Lift me up my trouble. Give me the power to change my mind. When my mind changes, I will declare right now, I will rise and go home. I will rise and be my better self. I have a good mind. I have a good body. I've been blessed with life and hope and possibility. No good thing we withhold from those who love the Lord and called according to his purpose. I've been called to higher heights. I've lived in the valleys and shadows of death. I could have been killed. I could have been destroyed. But somehow, you spared my life. You enabled me to go another way. Just pray, pray. Ask God to give you the strength to change your mind. If there's dope addiction, give me the strength to change my appetite. There's a gun beat. Let me put the guns down, beat my swords into plowshares. My spirits is putting nervous. I have the power to make my neighbor safer, make our school safer. We pray for those in Newtown today who grieve, for those in Englewood who grieve. We must stop the violence everywhere. Keep praying.
Those who've been in this prison 1 to 5 years waiting for a trial, cost of $50,000 a year. Those who've been in here, many of them are here, they're too poor to leave to pay bail. This has become for them a homeless shelter or a jail hotel. They spend, in the wintertime it's warm, the summertime it's cool, 3 balanced meals. We must end using the jail as a homeless shelter. Lastly, the impact of prison labor. They're making everything from Victoria's Secret's clothes, underclothes, to retrofitting military equipment. We must, in fact, end that scheme of job exploitation. Today, we especially focus on asking these youth who are here to help us stop the flow of guns.
I think that what happened here today was very significant to have, in wake of the shooting in Connecticut, to have so many young people to take the pledge with Reverend Jackson to stop the flow of gun violence, to see how many young men and women have been shot at, and used guns themselves, decide to say that they would help Rainbow Push in stopping the flow of gun violence. I am sure that Reverend Jackson is going to take this crusade all over America to prisons. If we can just get those who are in prison to join us in helping stop the flow of gun violence, I'm sure we'll turn it around. Just last night, firemen were responding to a fire, more gun violence erupted, killed the firemen. And so what's happening here this morning is very significant, and I'm sure that Rainbow Push will duplicate this all over America.
Justin, I have been totally amazed this morning at the numbers of individuals who stood when the question was asked, how many of you have been shot? I mean, that is amazing. And I would imagine that many of those who have been shot have also shot someone else. That gunplay was engaged and involved as a part of the scenario that was created. And so it's almost as if we have accepted gun violence as a natural phenomenon, that there is nothing unusual about it. There's nothing unexpected. We have no choice if we're going to stop annihilating ourselves, to not only stop the flow of guns, but also to have our schools begin to fuse into their curriculum conflict resolution as a way of solving problems, sitting down, thinking rationally and logically, and talking things out. So I expect to be a part of this effort. I expect to follow the leadership of Reverend Jackson, because he has a way of raising issues that nobody else seemed to be able to raise, and getting the traction out of them that nobody else seemed to get. And so I am delighted that I came to the Cook County Jail, because it reinforced for me something that I hadn't thought as much about, is just how many people on a regular, ongoing basis are shot and killed with guns. We don't need them.
Again, with Congressman Davis, we were amazed to see when Reverend Jackson asked the question, how many of the inmates had been shot. Over 2/3 of them stood. And of course, they did something here today that the NRA has not found the mind to do. They pledged to change their minds about guns. We talk about those who are shot and killed, but we don't often talk about those who have been maimed and who have, of course, been traumatized by being shot. And so the crusade begins here in the jail today. all of America, we need to change our minds about the flow of guns. And I think we've seen Columbine in Aurora, Colorado, in the Sikh Temple in Wisconsin, Baby Summer shot on the west side of Chicago, in Rochester, New York this week, in Newtown. All of these cases where people have been shot with assault weapons that are made to assault. And so obviously, it's time for the entire country to follow the lead and change our minds about guns and have sensible gun legislation.
I think in closing, our point is that we must talk to those who are shooting and getting shot, those who are buying guns illegally, those who are using guns trafficked from suburb to city, state to state, those who can help lead the drive to stop violence, and those who are engaged in it, believe that guns and drugs as a subculture is a way of life, we must end. Concerned that in this jail that those who've been in up to 5 years in pre-detention trials, it costs $250,000. Many have been here for 4 years, but it's $143 a day, $50,000 a year. I'm glad that there was an admission by those who shot and been shooting to join with us and stopping the flow of guns and violence. Thank you very much.
You've just seen a powerful display of what prayer can do. So we're going to continue to watch those who have pledged to work to end gun violence. And we want to say thank you to Reverend Jesse Jackson and all of those who've come out and shown love and support for those who really do have something to give to society. I'm Naima Latif for the Media Connection. See you next time.
And that was quite an experience. And it's just part of the work that Reverend Jesse Jackson does and has been doing. And through his family and his organization will continue to do. Even as we move into the next phase of our civil rights struggle, our human rights struggle, our striving to create a new world in which we all live in dignity, honor, and respect. We're going to take another break and we'll be right back. And we'll take some of your comments, and we do appreciate you. This is Wednesday, third Wednesday of the month, the Let's Get Uncomfortable show with Aaron and Wendy, lawyers who have worked with the Rainbow Push Organization's legal department and have been involved in the process of teaching people how to navigate the very difficult terrain of staying out of jail, sometimes being criminalized simply because they don't have money. It's uncomfortable to talk about prison, jail, incarceration, arrests, the dehumanizing experience. And as Reverend Jackson said, it's tied to so many industries that use the labor of those who are behind bars. Often people are innocent. Sometimes they have committed those acts of transgression. But what you saw was a very powerful display of a change of heart as they all kneeled down and prayed to become the people they were truly born to be. We'll be right back after this break, and we want you to stick and stay. Don't stray away. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody.
friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money. We are back, and you are watching the Female Solution Global Broadcast. And today, as we remember our very special, inspiring leader, teacher, mentor for so many, Reverend Jesse L. Jackson Sr., we recall that there are many who, under his mentorship, were able to change lives. And our Wednesday evening host, Reverend Aaron, as well as Reverend Attorney Aaron, as well as Attorney Wendy, co-hosts for this evening's show, the Let's Get Uncomfortable show. Attorney Aaron McLeod and Attorney Wendy Williams have put together a series of subjects that may make us sometimes feel uncomfortable to talk about. And one of the most uncomfortable things that people sometimes must face is when they are incarcerated and when the family turns their back and sometimes they can't afford a lawyer. So one of the things that the Rainbow Push Coalition did was to create law clinics where people were given legal advice, how to handle things, what to look for in a lawyer, and how to file papers. Sometimes if they did not have legal help, and often they were given guidance offered freely by lawyers who volunteered their time to help. And our attorneys, Reverend Attorney Aaron McLeod and Attorney Wendy Williams, hosts of the Let's Get Uncomfortable show every Wednesday evening, the first and third Wednesday evenings of the month here on the Female Solution. They were among those attorneys that worked with Reverend Jackson and the Push Coalition, Rainbow Push Coalition, which of course helped many people in the process of getting out of jail and staying out of jail or handling the threat to be sent to jail. And then There was the yearly visits to the jail, which you just saw, one of those Christmas visits, in which the main thing was to inspire a change of heart. So we have seen much of the work that has been done by Reverend Jackson, and much of it has been captured. Our media organization has given great opportunities to keep this history present and prevalent in the minds of young people who were not there to live it firsthand. Our own publisher of the On Air Daily News and personal photographer for Reverend Jesse Jackson, John L. Alexander, was able to capture moments in history and make it possible for those moments to last forever in the minds of people for generations to come. And you can see here much of this history that, for those who were not there, can see the impact of youth, see the impact that so many young people around the world experienced with his annual college tours, the HBCU tours, which is historically Black college and university tours. And so many of the students are now professional, active, and making a difference in many lives. And as we see President Joe Biden, former Mayor Lori Lightfoot, and so many whose political careers were impacted by Reverend Jackson and his organization, and being able to help people organize so that they can maintain their rights to vote. And the very powerful matriarch, Mrs. Jacqueline Jackson, with her congressman's son and international leader, Reverend Jackson, always at the forefront in making things happen, always ready to spend time and talent. The Jackson family remains faithful servants of the people. So today's press conference, which of course we were present there, and you can go to onair.dailynews.com for regular updates, onair.dailynews.com, for even some of the insights on upcoming shows on the Female Solution Global broadcast. We've got a powerful team of hosts, and we're grateful for those who lend their wisdom, their skills, their insight, and their experience to us every day. And we're going to take one last break and come on back and give you some insights on what's to come. We'll be right back after this quick break, so stick and stay. Don't stray away. We'll be back in a moment, so just stay with us. We're going to make sure that those of you who are dedicated to change get an opportunity to expand and expound, because we want to hear from you. And if you have an idea, we'll give you a platform to speak. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naima. We're three Black moms.
And in case you didn't notice the resemblance, we're also three sisters.
We're going to be coming to you every week, sharing our successes and our mistakes as we navigate our lives as moms, wives, sisters, daughters, and of course, Black women in today's world.
We'll talk about it all: race, politics, religion, economics, culture, and we'll take a look at everything from whether or not to use corporal punishment to how do you teach your children about sex.
Look for our upcoming book, Growing Up Charles. It's a personal story about our lives growing up in Maple Park on Chicago's South Side. I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naima. We're three Black moms. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Three Black Moms.
Yes, join us on Sundays. And we also have on Sundays, of course, at 12 noon, the Female Solution. And we're excited because we get a chance to inspire you with some insights. The first and third Sunday at 12 noon, we have From Seed to Systems with Cicely, coming to us with her connections all across the continent of Africa. Spent many years in Ghana raising a family, and now is bringing us programs and connections so that we can begin to build that global network and empower ourselves economically. Growing food where we live and feeding ourselves and trading with each other. So powerful. These are the new systems that we must create. And this is what we're charged to do in these times. And this is what we're seeing evolve. And we're so grateful to be right here to bring you that message. On the second and fourth Sunday, we've got a powerful educator in Michelle Renee, who brings us Education Nation. And if you haven't seen her show yet, make sure that you are watching, because this is something that you want to share. If you are in any way involved in education, you want to share with your students. We have a problem. We've got people graduating from school that cannot read. And that is a problem, because if you don't have the ability to communicate in the written language, your altitude is going to be limited. So we need to change that. And Michelle Renee will be coming to us every second and fourth Sunday of the month to remind us how.
Peace and love. I'm Michelle Renee, host of Education Nation, live on the Female Solution Global Network every second and fourth Sunday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The intention of Education Nation is to raise awareness about the literacy crisis and to offer information to combat the problem. The goal is to awaken an army of reading coaches and mentors. You will experience guests who are doing their part in the community to ensure youth in their circles are reading and thinking critically. I look forward to serving you in this capacity. Literacy is freedom, and Education Nation will offer information and strategies to help ensure our young people stay free.
Wow. Yes. Ensure they stay free. Well, that's what we're all about. And we've seen what happens when you lose your freedom, when you end up in prison, when you end up behind bars, and you end up back in slavery, because that is what happens when you're locked up. So this is a wake-up call for us to take back our power, to use our energy, to educate ourselves and empower ourselves so that what we have can never be taken away. If someone can take something from you, then it was never yours. Knowledge is something no one can take from you. And that's why we must claim it as our own. We're grateful for the work that's being done by our hosts every day and how they reach out into the community and how they bring us this very valuable information. So we urge you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube, The Female Solution. Subscribe to our daily news organ, On Air Daily News. OnAirDailyNews.com can come to you every day and keep you informed, keep you motivated, keep you inspired with news about achievements happening right in your midst and even across the water, but affects you still because we are one world and we're all connected. Thank you for joining us this evening, and come on back tomorrow. As we've said, Master Force Coaching with Mushem Sut will be right here, 7 a.m. Central Time, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Always giving powerful information with guests that can enlighten and inspire. So before we go, we want to let you know that in the month of April, we're kicking off a new Wednesday series, Wednesday morning, Voices of Enlightenment. And we'll be bringing you podcasters from around the world who are opening your mind and empowering you to see the world differently so that you can be a part of the empowerment of those who have a vision to create a new earth. Be a part of it. Listen to those voices of enlightenment. Until next time, we want you to continue to shine your light. See you next time.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jareh. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.